Hello there, Gemini. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Gemini for November of 2017. Can't believe how fast this year has went by. No idea where it went, Gemini. Well, I got a little announcement to make before I start, and that is that the prayer class is up and running and out there for sale. And to all of you that have purchased it and enjoyed it, I'm really happy that it's worked out for you. And to Tony and Lisa, you know who you are. They left me such a beautiful messages on my telephone for me that were really generous and kind, and was very surprised. And to my husband Jeff, I want to say thank you very much. I am totally computer illiterate. This would not have happened without him, and he really struggled to get it out there for you. So, there's a separate video on it that explains it. It's a little short video, like 5 minutes long or something like that. It's over at the website, or I think it's posted on the YouTube also, if you want to look it up and see about it, and maybe it will help you somehow. Anyways, what I've done for the month is what I do always. I pull 4 cards, use the bottom card on the deck for an overall view of the month. We'll pull Angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. And because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. So now everybody that is a Gemini is named Frankie for the time of this reading. I believe you should go look at your moon sign and your rising sign, because that's going to give you a bigger perspective of the month, because these are just general readings, so I can't pinpoint any one thing right down there for you. And I'm not an astrologer, so I looked up the astrology for us for the month, and it's going to be in our 6th house. That's your health, diets, dependents, co-workers, supervisors, your work performance, daily routine, increased financial activity, pets. It's where your work and your health go together. And it said aunts and uncles in there too, kind of as an aside, so I don't know what that's going to mean to any of us, but maybe it means something. We got a really interesting month here. We have 4 major arcana cards that came out, and we have some words here before we start that go directly with these cards. They're authenticity, gratitude, awakening, faith, and brotherhood, sisterhood. And our first card on the bottom, overall view of the month, is the Judgment card. And that is like an unbelievable card. This is when we are coming to a point in our maturing process. It's like we got a wake-up call from the universe, and we are stepping back, and this Judgment card shows us as if, the only way I know how to explain it is like we're a tree, we had flowers, now we bear fruit. And we have been patient, we've done all the work we needed to do to get where we are, and now we're going to benefit because we can pick this fruit. We're not rushing into anything, we're authentically being ourselves. We are improving our physical condition. With this card, our health, everything improves around us. So any of us that have been having maybe a rough time with things would start to get better. This means that we are going at a slow, steady pace. We are not forcing anything because we are mature now, and we are being spiritually enlightened. We are grateful, our gratitude, we're grateful for what we have. The universe is showing us things, so therefore we are awakening spiritually. And because of this attitude of being able, I'm saying in a certain way because that's how they're telling me to say it, being able to pull back and allow that steady growth, that steady progress, we are going to get beneficial news. news that's going, that's good. It could be financial news because this sixth house stuff is around our work also. It will be news that benefits us, or that if we were having problems with our health was getting back on track again. All the things of that nature, right? It doesn't seem, um, what I would want to do though, with looking at all of these cards together, I think more than anything, I'd want to pay attention, right? I would want to make sure that I'm not cutting others off at the knees, that I'm giving them a chance to express their views also, even if they are not mine and if they are not something that is usable or can be utilized, that I've allowed them to express. I'm not quite sure why they're telling us that, but I know that if it had to do with coworkers, because these are general readings, I would want my coworkers also to express their views. I would be doing my job with this judgment card to the very best of my ability, so I could allow that maturity, that sense of steady growth to come into my life, you know. All of those things come through this judgment card, but it was because I am at a new state of being. And I believe I'm come to this new state of being with the Tower card. You know, it's like, ouch. That's what I think every time I see the Tower card. Ouch. It can be something as simple as, oh, there was a really big blow up and we got things straightened up. And no, Gemini, the house isn't crumbling, it's not on fire, lightning's not going to strike us. When we get a Tower card, there are things that are happening or changing in our life, usually changing rapidly, that we didn't see it coming, so that could be our awakening word too. It's like an eye-opening experience, if that helps to us to understand. Eye-opening experience, it's like shocking. But if we would have taken time, right, sat back, evaluated the real circumstances around us, right? Because we're being given this judgment card, which is great, These things can go both ways. These are general readings. That we would have saw this coming. We could have either stopped it through our actions or how we reacted to something, or it was something that needed a change anyhow. Period. End of the story. Best to get this over with, done with, because it allows this judgment card at the end. So if this is a situation I have to confront, or maybe a coworker, maybe a partner, I have to confront about something I don't like anymore, or I'm angry about, I'm going to be authentically in my space. I'm going to be mature, because we have the judgment card here. I'm going to state my case as openly, as honestly as I can, and I'm going to clear the air. So if this is in a work situation, I would be clearing the air maybe with a boss or a coworker, but I wouldn't. What they're telling me is, if I help others, like to solve their problems, maybe if this is a work situation, I use what I've been given, this maturity, constructively, right? And with faith, and grateful that I'm given this, because this judgment card, or judgment card, almost said justice, judgment card is very beneficial as an overall perspective to the month. I would be really doing my work to the best of my ability. Now, if I've watched things grow as far as they are going to grow, this is a work situation, let's say, And I know. I've watched, I've waited, I've been patient. I have gratitude for the job I have, but it's coming down to a point where maybe I deserve a raise. Maybe I want to go into a different position at work. This may be the card that provokes that, or makes me go and do the things that I need to do to protect myself, is what they're saying. Because some of us Geminis, this is a strength card, the next card, and it is an excellent card. Now, some of us Geminis, when we get this strength card, we've went through some pretty hairy crap, and we came out on the other side of it much, much better, much more awakened. We may not have wanted that awakening, but with much more stronger faith. Say the Judgment card's a relationship that broke up with this Tower card. We came out on the other side. We were way better, way stronger, gained a lot of knowledge. Remember, this is maturing and spiritual maturing too. A lot of knowledge. We can tame that line and we can use our intuition. We have faith in that which we know within our heart to be true. And nothing can shake us from that. Nothing can shake us when we get this strength card. That faith is so strong. Our instinct is so strong. This is the card of like the animal instinct. When we get this card, that which we know, the facts, are not as important as that which we know within or feel within. That becomes really relevant for our next step. And I believe that our next step, we're going to be able to be ourselves, be totally grateful because we are getting, through this Judgment card, beneficial news. It's to our benefit. Maybe finances are going to improve. Have faith in this. Maybe our relationship may improve through this clearing of the air, if it's in that. Perhaps it's a friendship. Maybe it's could be maybe a relationship with one of our children that was going down the tubes, Maybe they were in trouble, not listening to us, and finally they got their butt busted through a series of mistakes, and we were very patient, and we didn't judge them, and we tried to help them, and then it came to a point where maybe we got this little tower situation there. We said, can't help you anymore. You have to learn your own lessons, and the Strength card would allow us to intuitively know it is time to back off, regroup, okay? Now, if this were, I was thinking about that too, because this is where health and work go together, the sixth house stuff, and that keeps flashing in my mind. So perhaps our health was bad with this Judgment card, and we finally got the clean bill of health, or it's coming this month, and we're feeling better. Maybe we go back to work and they're like, well, we don't need you anymore. Maybe we have to fight to keep that job. And we get that Strength card. We went through all this hell, perhaps with our health, and now we're back here, and now you're telling me, yeah, well, we don't know when we'll be able to fit you back in. That Tower card would tell me I'm going to fight for it, period. End of the story. Because I'm very good. I'm Gemini. I'm creative. I can, if I get beneficial news, maybe this is a new job, because I've had it with the old one. And before I leave, perhaps I'm going to speak my piece, do it in a mature manner. Gemini, do it in a mature manner and have faith, because our next card is the Empress. Okay? And this card can mean birth, actually. Judgment card could be beneficial news. We had a fight with our ex-partner. We went through crap with them. Now we have a new partner. It can be birth of a child, actually, but it can be birth of any new creative endeavor, new beginning. It can mean also that perhaps I'm in a situation, you know, with the Judgment card and the Tower and then Strength card, where I have been nurturing someone else as they went through perhaps a health crisis or, you know, something that's bothering them. This card shows I have capacity to do that, and I have the strength with our Strength card to do that. I'm grateful to be able to be here and be strong enough to be able to take care of that person. And I'm going to stay within my authenticity, you know. Um, this card is an excellent card for new beginnings, really new beginnings. So let's say we're the Judgment card, we get good news, our husband, wife had a fight at work, but they got the raise that they wanted, you know, or those kind of things, and they just went through hell with this Strength card. Now they intuitively know what they want to do, brand new beginning. Maybe because these are general readings, it's hard. Judgment card, we were fighting, and, you know, both of us wanted that justice or judgment to come down on our side. We had the big blow up. We both put each other through hell, and now the air is cleared, and we have a new beginning in an old relationship, perhaps, you know, and now we're both awake, and now we have faith in each other. But what they're telling me, because of this next card, is none of this, Gemini, none of this can we do unless we take this Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is rest and respite after a trying time, which would be that Tower card. Maybe, you know, it's just too many hours, too much work. Maybe our husband-wife's not helping us to do all these extra chores we have to do. We need some time to sit back, relax, and think. This is laying down the swords from the Tower card, laying them down, backing away, allowing that Judgment, that maturity card, to gain perspective on what has happened that triggered that unexpected, the Tower card, the crisis card triggered it. With this card, sometimes we feel monastic. I can't get the word out. Like a monk. We want to go into silence, sit back in the corners, shut off the TV, lock the doors, you know, turn off the telephone, don't listen to anyone, and just have faith in that rest time that we are giving to ourselves. So if it was health, we may just need that rest for ourselves. You know, go rest, get back up on our feet. If it was a big fight, maybe we need to step back from it. If it's a decision at work, maybe we need to take a little R&R from work, a couple days if we could, you know, and just think about what do we want to do with this Empress card, you know, to make things fresh, make a new beginning, get things moving in the right direction. Because remember, the Judgment card is a card of maturity. So it's saying I'm all grown up. I can watch things progress at a slow, steady pace. But we're getting beneficial news. So they tell me, even with these four major arcana here, even with those, this Four of Swords is the most important card for this month. So rest, relaxation, respite, being a monk, because I can't say monastic, if that's how you say the word, stepping back away from it, taking that time to use that instinct, our clairsenses, our intuition, to know truly what is it I want in my heart. You know, maybe I was nourishing and, you know, feeling bad for myself, like nourishing the inferiority complex. I'm never going to get anywhere. I sit back, and with my new, you know, universal wake-up call, I sit back and I evaluate all of this, and I say, you know what, I deserve this, or you know what, things are going really good. It's time to pick the fruit. I got this good news. I'm going to move forward. My life is much better. This card, what Spirit's saying to me, this Four of Swords, is the most important card above and beyond all having 4 major arcana out of 5 cards. So, Gemini, be good at what you do. Stretch your stuff at work if you can. If this is a health issue, know that with that rest, it's going to get better, or with the, maybe if I took a slower process, I'm getting better, I'm getting back up on my feet. I have faith in that and gratitude for it. Maybe there's a little upset this month because the Tower card's there, but I'm prepared for it. So use that Tower card here to look around and see if there's anything I have to handle that maybe I should be handling or looking at right now for things that I want to change. Use the Four of Swords to evaluate it, because if I really look, these things that I think were so unexpected, I actually could have expected them. And it's up to me to get rid of or break down that which no longer serves me or brings me joy or happiness. So if we look at it like that, and they said for us to make sure we, listen to what other people say too, not be like, a bullhead. Listen to it, evaluate things. If someone's given us some kind of constructive criticism, we listen, we evaluate, we do those things, but we move forward based on our gut instinct. That's really weird because that Strength card, it means, now the intuition means more to us than anything. And our Angel card, this would be New Beginning too. So what they're showing me here with our Angel card is Entrepreneur, and it kind of goes with it, and that Tower card. So maybe some of us are entrepreneur to me could mean a new relationship, like restarting, because these are general readings, restarting an old one in a different way, or restarting a job, or flat out entrepreneur. I sat back, I thought of it, I want to birth this new idea. I've been through some tough times, maybe with health, maybe with relationships, maybe at work, and I'm starting off. So it wouldn't mean just we're all dumping our job or dumping our relationship. We're going to do something about it first, because we have that Tower card and make our decisions from a mature place. But we have a fresh beginning with the Entrepreneur card here. So it says self-employment suits your disposition and your intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. In all ways, Gemini. No matter where this new beginning is or where the nurturing process is, in all ways. So that really tells me to have faith in that instinct above all. What Spirit's giving me, if I take this respite, the Four of Swords, it'll be the most important thing that I do. So if it's possible, take a day or two here and just sit with yourself. Be the monk. Be the person that turns off the phone. Be the person that thinks this through and lets this judgment come forward. It's actually excellent. It says this card comes to you because you're well suited to self-employment. You have the ideas, the drive, and the discipline, self-discipline required for entrepreneurial work, yet Self-doubts can make you hesitate. The angels reassure you that you have what it takes to succeed as an entrepreneur. They'll guide and support you along the way as long as you follow through on action. Your success is assured. And like I said, I believe this was in all areas, whether it's a fresh new relationship with the Empress, even the birth of the baby. You know what to do if you get, if you don't want to get pregnant, don't get pregnant. Gemini says they will guide you and support you. They will guide you and support you along the way as long as you follow through this action. On this action, your success is assured. So when Spirit's telling you something, you get that beneficial thought or that good news, follow through, Gemini. Your ideas for business are sound. Maybe this can be a new job or a promotion you're taking at work that makes you more working alone or standing alone to make decisions. And we're perfect for that at this time. The promotion. Ease out of your present job by moonlighting with a desired business idea. Take action as you're guided with respect to your career. And this is 6th house. That's where career and health go together. So this really fits there. And fully commit to succeed in your new business or your new relationship. I'm going to say that because they're general readings. And you know what? I feel like this is actually going to be really good. The little bump comes because maybe we weren't paying attention or we didn't think it was going to happen to us. Sometimes I think that about gossip. You have a friend that gossips all the time, talks about everybody else, and you think they're not going to talk about you. It doesn't actually work like that. They're talking about you to everybody else. So if it did come in that kind of situation, be careful who you place your trust in. Take the time and sort through. Sort it through. Take the time. Because that Empress is in here, the Strength card and the Judgment. We need to see clearly what's going on around us, and we can't see it if we don't take the respite. The 4 of Swords. Well, Gemini, that's our reading, and I want to tell you all, thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes, and your comments. I read it, each and every one, and I really appreciate that you take time to write them to me. And even though I don't get a lot of time to write you back, I thank you very much. And to anybody that wants to know more about me, all of the information's down below the screen. Or if you want to set an appointment with me for a reading, all the information is at the website. And also the information on the prayer class is there also. So you just go over there. It's in the About section. And to everyone that I've met through doing these YouTube videos, and to everybody I've met through 28 years of doing this work, I want to tell y'all it's an honor and a privilege to be able to serve you. I have a good job, and hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.